is me, Jaina, back with another plant video today. I thought I would just take you with me around some sporadic repotting. I have a fresh batch of soil still, and I have a whole bunch of little plants to pot up, and I think that'll be fun. I have a lot of neglect going on around here. So if that sounds fun to you, just keep watching, and if you're not already, please subscribe to my channel. If you like watching plant videos, I have around 150 plants as of today-ish, so there's always stuff to do around here. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in just a second, probably on my kitchen table. Really quick, before we get started, I want to show you guys a little thrift store haul that I got yesterday. I went to Goodwill to find some little pots for my carnivorous plants, and I got a couple of cute things. First, I found this little jar that I thought would be cute for like making a little terrarium or something. I don't know. It's just open at the top, so nothing like... I could put a little pinguicula in here. I think that would be cute. And then I found this. I thought this would be nice for just like a saucer. Like if a plant doesn't have drainage or something, you could just put it like on there. And it's a little cuter than, you know, just a boring like saucer. And I love when they have the little feet. This would even be cute. Like, maybe not. And then I just got another basic pot that I saw. It has a little lip around the top, which I like. And then this is kind of interesting. I don't know what I'm going to use it for. I have no clue, but it's like a handmade ceramic bowl. I was originally going to get this for my carnivorous plants, but I thought that I would keep looking, and I found something even cuter, but I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do with this, but I like getting handmade looking ceramic pieces. And lastly, this is probably my favorite thing that I saw for my carnivorous plants, but it has the little feet, and I thought that it would just be so cute. Ew, this is like dripping everywhere, but it would be so cute to just like pot this in there with like a rock or something. I ordered some pumice stone on Amazon thinking that they're gonna be like big rocks like this, and I got them and they were like this big, and they were all like crumbly in the bag. I ordered 6 of them, but there was really only 4 because the rest had turned to powder. So obviously I had to return that. So I was going to make like a little cute video repotting my pinguiculas, but maybe that will come in the future once I find like some actual cute pumice stone. This is not doing it for me. This is not very good. But I'm not sure what... I've been getting a lot of pots lately, and I've still like never found like a plant to put them in. So we'll see. Especially this. I'm kind of not sure. Thought I would just show you guys that little haul. I'm going to gather my first plant that I want to repot, and I will be right back. Actually, one of them is right here. I will put it right there, and I'll tell you guys about it in just a second. I know there's some more, so I'm going to just find them really quick. So, one of the first things I want to do today, I've just been thinking about doing this all day. I have these little mixed pots of the Hoya Bella variegated. There's the inner variegated and the outer variegated mixed together. I just kind of realized I don't really like the look of that. So I'm going to be separating these and then combining them with my mother plant so that I have like a fuller plant. So first thing I have to do is get them out of these, which is going to be a little messy. I think I'm just going to use the lid. I'm going to start with the sphagnum moss because it always takes longer. I watered these, I think, not too long ago, so they might be a little easy to get out, hopefully. That's the goal. These look so healthy. It's almost sad to do this. There's like a whole bunch of plants in here. I don't know what to share with you guys. A lot is going on in my life. Hi, Scoot. I don't want to ruin these roots. They don't seem as rooted as I thought they were, actually. They're not bad. This has been a pretty simple plant for me to grow. I hope my audio is picking up. Yeah, it looks like it is. Because I'm using my little microphone. Which is nice, because I don't have to talk super loud if you're like far away. Because talking loud is challenging for me sometimes. I was thinking about doing like a vlog style video today. But I ended up just lounging pretty much all morning. I would like to go for a walk after this though, because I've been just kind of lazy this weekend. I went to Goodwill yesterday. That was my little outing. And I went to Home Depot to check out their plant section, see what's going on over there. And they had some pretty cool Hoyas, but they're never really in great shape at my Home Depot. They had like Hoya carnosa freckles, but there was like only one vine that was actually splashy, and it was not the greatest splash. So well, not that I would have gotten one anyway if they were nice, but I mean, I would probably like chop off the green parts, and if I were to get it, just like propagate the splashy parts. But either way, it was cool to see. And I was gonna get the Carnosa compacta, just the plain green one they had, which I thought was cool. I don't think I've ever seen that there. But I didn't get it because I thought that was a little impulsive. And plus, I want like a bigger basket of that because they're pretty slow growing. And I don't know, they're also mealybug magnets, which I really don't want to deal with anymore. Like, mealybugs are a pain in the butt, especially for Hoyas. So if I can like avoid that happening again, I've been doing pretty well. They haven't been around my collection in quite a while, which is great. This is funny. This is just a rooted stem. Well, it's not rooted anymore. I just ripped off all the roots, but I really love this strand right here, this Anica bois. I know I'm not pronouncing that right. Anica boss. I'm just gonna call it inner and outer variegated from now on because I can't like, I know it, but I just can't get my brain to pronounce it correctly. Because I've been saying it wrong for so many years that it's like ingrained into my head. It's been kind of dreary looking out today. That's kind of why I haven't been like wanting to do much. I'm hoping that the sun comes out tomorrow. The thing about where I live is that it could be super cloudy. And if I were to get in my car and drive like even 5 minutes away, it would be the sunniest day with no clouds, and I would have never known. So sometimes I just need to get out anyways and just see. Like, we're about to have a pretty big Hoya plant after this once I combine them with my mother plants, because the mother plants are pretty big. But lately I've been in the mood to just like get my plants to be bushier. And so that's kind of just the goal lately. Propagating and then combining them back into the mother plant. I don't think I could have made a nastier coffee, honestly. This should be a little easier. This plant looks pretty healthy. I think I did this at the perfect time, because if I waited any longer, these would have been impossible to separate. The roots would have been too robust. Yeah, they're just coming right apart, which is great. A lot more outer variegated in this one. Outer variegated seems to grow a little bit faster in my experience than inner variegated. Now I'm wondering if I should have multiple Anicas instead, like just separate them. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. This is how big they will both be if I pot them up. But let's see. Let me show you my mother plants. I think they're just right behind me. This is my Anica. She's blooming right now, as you can see. She's got 3 blooms. I love the smell. They smell like sunscreen. So lovely. It just smells like summer. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna have to upsize this a little bit. Oh my God. Oh, I thought that was a mushroom, but it's just a leaf. I'm just gonna take it out, nice and careful. Look at these roots. Very healthy plant. I'm not gonna mess with it too much. I'm just gonna try and loosen it a bit. I think Hoyas like to be root bound a little bit, so I'm not gonna upsize it too much. Just enough to where the new cuttings will fit. Just rinse this pot. I think this will be fine. I won't have to repot this plant for a while. I'm gonna just put a little layer of soil at the bottom. My philodendron tortum used to live in this. Okay, I'm gonna just go ahead and pot this into the front. And then work these little pieces in as well. I'm just gonna face them all the same direction. I hope this plant doesn't get mad at me. It's gonna take a little while for it to settle in, but I think it's gonna be just fine. Okay, I mean, they're in there. I think this looks pretty good. Just need to give it a little watering. I think just a light watering for now, just to settle the soil, and then come back in a week and I will water it a little more thoroughly. I just don't want to shock it too much. Next is my favorite. Hopefully this will go just as smoothly. I think I watered this yesterday, so doesn't really seem like it. Yeah, the roots aren't as developed on this one, so I don't think I'm gonna upsize. Wow, these strands are so long. I love it. I'm going to put the new cuttings in the front. Yeah, I think we can just put her back in. So, a little fresh soil for you. Have you guys seen Sirens on Netflix? I just finished that series yesterday. I don't know. I just went through it so fast. I don't really have much thoughts about it. It's interesting, I guess. It bothers me. I took it all out. I have to go a little deeper. I'm a little rough with my plant. Sorry if that bothers you. It might bother my plant too, so that's the price that I pay for that. I hope she'll appreciate this fresh soil, if anything. But yeah, there she is. She looks fuller. Hoping that doesn't shock her too much. I think she looks good. I've had this Hoya obovata in this terracotta pot for a couple years. And I think it would appreciate being in a plastic pot a little more. So let's do it. I'm nervous. I'm nervous because it's doing well and I don't want to disturb it too much. Let's just do it. This pot also is cracked and I had to glue it back together. Ooh, okay. Okay, not so bad. Not bad, just looks very dry, which makes sense. I have a potting mat, I just realized it's like right next to me too, and I could have used it this whole time. Yeah, this plant is dry. I think it will definitely appreciate a plastic pot. I water it so often too, and it just dries out so quickly. I don't want to disturb these roots at all. But I need to because the soil is like hydrophobic right now. Which means that when I water it, it doesn't absorb whatsoever. It just kind of rolls right off and into the saucer. Because it's so dry and compact that it doesn't even like penetrate into the soil. There's really not a lot of roots. We lost a leaf. Oh, there's like 2 plants in here. Looks like both have reverted, which is fine. Like I said in previous videos, I actually don't mind that this plant has reverted. I kind of like the green a little bit better, as it turns out. Okay, I don't think I want to do too much more damage. This is like so dry. What kind of pot do I want to use? I'm normally not one to use ceramic pots, but this Hoya has been pretty easy, and I think this would be really cute. It's the perfect size. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I was gonna use this, but it's a really heavy plant and I don't want it toppling over, and I don't have any cover pot for it really. I'm gonna cover the hole with a couple pieces of orchid bark, just so the soil doesn't like compact in there and prevent drainage. I think this is so pretty. Okay, I'm gonna need a stand. Oh my gosh. I think that looks so good. Hey, look how pretty. Totally so much nicer. Oh my gosh. And look at these new leaves. They're so huge. And these, there's like some pink splash coming out. Oh my God, I'm obsessed with this. This shelf is looking so nice. Ooh, I know who's next. Okay, next we're gonna do my Hoya Matilda. As you can see, it's much needed, but look at this flower. It still smells good, but I just have to show you guys. I had this plant just like on my vid show and I had no idea it had a flower. The flower was pointing down in the middle of the pot. So I yanked it out and unfortunately I lost like half of the flower. This thing is dripping with sap. I'm gonna rinse these roots off first. So I don't know if I wanna keep this on a trellis anymore. I think I do, but I think I want a different trellis because this one is, I think it's too small for it now. Ooh, I don't know if this is gonna come out nicely. I just kind of yanked it. I'm gonna try to take this trellis out. I love this plant, but it's just not been like bringing, I haven't had like, what am I trying to say? It's just like, I know there's better potential for it in the way that it's kind of like set up here. Like I said, I am very reckless with my plants. Yeah, that flower is a goner now. I already got a photo shoot with it, so it's all good. I want to get this on a round trellis, I think. I don't know if I have one. Okay. All right, she is untangled just like that. So I'm gonna go investigate my plant room and see if I can find like a cute round trellis for this. I've got here a couple of options. There's this one. I don't have any round. This is not really that much bigger, but I want it to still fit on my shelf. But I don't have a pot either that I like. I like this one. It has the circles to kind of match the Matilda. But I think it would be a downsize. And I don't want to go, do I? I don't want to go that much bigger. But then again, I might appreciate it. But this is just a big jump. And then I also have this trellis, which I don't know how I feel about it. Will it fit on my shelf? No. I think we're gonna go with the black trellis. And I think we're gonna go with this pot. Yeah. It's just like hard to find a cute cover pot for these. I'm almost certain I got soil in my coffee. Anyway, let's just go for it, and if we don't like it, we can take it out. Can't believe this is all just one. Oh. I have a cutting of Matilda that I want to add to this. So I have this little piece that I've been rooting in leca that is perfect because I need like more substance to this plant. It's been like one little growth point this whole time. So I'm gonna go ahead and combine the two. That'll look so much better when it grows out. I'm gonna put it on this side because this is like the more sparse side of this plant. What if you never my person? Oh, oh. What is that for service? How do I know for certain? Okay. This is going to be so good in the future when it grows up. Okay. It looks like a big old mess, but I think we're onto something here. I'm gonna put this in like so. Let's see. So the two growth points there and there. So I'm gonna put it on either side of them. Like this. The only thing about this trellis is I don't like this little middle bar that goes down in the top because it like cuts off the plant if you don't separate it properly. You know what I mean? Okay. And then gotta wrap her around. There we go. I'm gonna clip it in there again. We've got this piece. can bring her up here too. Add her to the clip. Add her to this. And then we'll wrap her around. Sorry you got to see the back side that whole time, but this is how it's looking now. I think she'll fill out pretty nicely in the future. And I'm liking that actually, it looks pretty good. I'm excited to have this bloom again. Next time, hopefully I will catch it in time. Eventually these leaves will all face the same direction and look even cuter. So yeah, this is my Hoya gracilis, and I just want to get it into something a little bit bigger. It would be cute in the pot that the Matilda was in before, but we'll see. I think that might be a little too big. I think I'm only gonna go up to like a 4-inch pot with this one because it's in a 3 currently, and I don't expect to see a ton of roots. Okay, maybe there's more than I thought. Pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. You can see. I like to keep my more challenging Hoyas in pots that are clear so I can keep an eye on them a little better. But for plants like this, like, I don't have a problem putting them in a ceramic, but I don't know if I like the way that looks. Let's just go with the clear because I have a lot of them. It's perfect size. And then I can put it in a cute cover pot that I just got at Goodwill the other day. This is perfect. Just a perfect little upsize. It's a nice piece of perlite. I need some chunkier perlite, but it's kind of hard to find because it's pretty expensive. And I don't know, I have a hard time paying a lot of money for perlite. There's an air pocket right here. Today I plan on doing, hopefully today, at least a photo shoot for all of my listings for my Etsy shop. I need to post. I have a lot of plants that I need to list. They've just been rooting all winter and now they're finally ready to be posted. So, plus I don't like the photos that I have. You can't really see the plant very well. So I need to do like a new like backdrop and everything. This looks great. I think I'm gonna put it in this. The little white pot that I showed you earlier. Yep, I think that's super cute. I want to get my last 2 plants that are in terracotta out. This is something I've been meaning to do for quite a while, and I think they will greatly appreciate it. So I think the plan is Numelarioides will go in the old Matilda pot. And Sunrise will go, ooh, maybe in here? We'll see, let's see. Also, I don't think I like the trellis with her. Weird roots. Weird roots. Very, very dry roots. This is a plant that I used to have a longer version of, but I think I told you guys before, but I took like a big old cutting and then gifted it for a trade, or traded it for my Mauna Loa. Oh wow, yeah, the roots like totally dried off. These are all new. This is a good decision then. I'm gonna use this cute pot actually, I think. It might be a little too big actually. Where's the pot that I just had for the Matilda? I don't like that. Another clear pot it is. Do I want this to trail? I think I do. I think I'm just gonna let it trail The only reason I put a trellis is because it takes up a lot of space. And I don't have much of that, but it's fine. Let's see, maybe I can put it in here. I would like to put this in a white pot though. I'm sure I have something. I'm starting to get like buried in my mess and overwhelmed. Suppose I could put it in here. Not a fan of that. I don't really need to put it in a cover pot. I think that's what I'll do. I'll just leave it in a saucer. And I have a pretty, I just don't like that. I have so many pots. How do I not have something for this? I'm just gonna put it in here. This is like a deep saucer. I think that looks a lot better. Next, let's rescue my numerarioides. Why didn't I bring multiple 4-inch pots when I went over there? Well, I brought this as an option, but I think it's too big. This like gray pot, I think it would look really cute, but I don't think that's too big. Running out of energy. Should we do it? No, let's just put it in this black pot. Sorry if my energy is low, it's because it is. I think it looks really cute in the dark pot. Pardon my soily hands. I'm gonna water this. Ooh, I can put it in this. That's good enough, I think. It's a little low, but the lighting comes from above, so I think it'll be fine. This plant has been bothering me in this ugly trellis for so long. And I think I'm just gonna snip it. I can do that after, but let's just take her out. Okay, the roots look pretty good. Maybe we can upsize a little bit. This is Hoya Webergier, or Vita, what is it called? Not Webergier anymore, but it got reclassified as verticillata, maybe? Where's my scissors? I think I'm gonna just throw this away. I know the leaves come off of those, but it was just not. And we have a peduncle here, but I honestly don't care. I'm just gonna stick this in the soil with this one so that it roots up. And I think this is more manageable for me. I'm gonna just rinse this pot off and put it in here. Perfect. Sometimes you just need to do stuff like that to refresh a plant, and I think it'll even start growing better after that. And then I'm just gonna stick this in, hope for the best. If it doesn't root, then I am not too upset about it. And there we have it. I'm gonna just go rinse this off. I'm like a broken record. Maybe I'll put it in here. Either this one or this one. We'll see. And that's the final result for this one. I love it. I think it looks way better. It's just looking messy. I almost gave up on this plant. I just wasn't into it that much anymore. But I decided to take a cutting and just put it in leca, and it's just been doing great ever since. But I'm loving this new growth. I'm just not entirely sure if a trellis will stay standing in leca. It's doing well in leca, but I think it'll do fine in soil too. Or I think this is too big, but it would be cute. I'm trying to avoid using this. But unfortunately, I think that is my best option. I just don't like how crooked they are. See how it's like leaning a little bit? Honestly, I'm not mad at that. I think I'm gonna just do that. So first I need to take the leca out of here. Okay. It rooted so quickly in that leca. But I don't want it to be in there long term. I just haven't had good luck with leca long term. It's great for rooting, but as soon as they like start getting like root bound, then they start needing more nutrients and they start needing like, I don't know, they just tend to suddenly rot on me and I don't know what to do to prevent that. So I'm just gonna pot it into soil and see where we go from there. So do we think this is too small? I don't think so. I nearly used all of my soil. Okay, great. This is always like the hard part, like where do I put it? Where do I put it? Just gotta jam it in there. Need to find a clip. All right, Hoya fungi. I think this looks great. Just a little refresh. I just want to show you guys really quick. I got a Monstera Sierrana in the mail a couple days ago, and I'm very excited about it. I'm hoping it grows well for me. I think it needs a little more water today, so I'm gonna just quickly water it. But yeah, new addition to the plant family here, Monstera Sierrana. I'm gonna put it in here, see if it... I was just looking in there and I saw this carry needs a little trellis. I just needed to reroot it in leca, so let's just do the same thing we just did. Okay, those are nice roots. I think we're just gonna have to use this. I hate to traumatize. I hate to traumatize this plant again, but it must be done. I think this was sent to me, if I'm correctly remembering, in fluval stratum, which I have absolutely zero experience with. Very hard Hoya to see, but that'll do for now. I think that's it for repotting today, because I'm pooped, if you will. And we're pretty much out of soil, so I'd say we did a pretty good job. I'm back, it's a new day, but I just wanted to do this on camera. I just decided to propagate this little Tradescantia that I have. I'm gonna cut it up and then just kind of pot it back in the same container. I have some leca in here. I'm gonna just empty the water. I found this other container of leca from plant chores we did the other day. I just gave that leca a little rinse. I'm gonna pour it into this bowl. And I'm gonna take this out. Actually, I'm gonna take the cuttings first. So I wanna have like a full plant of this. It grows so fast, so I'm not concerned about losing, you know, time spent or anything. So I'm just gonna cut it all the way back to, I think that's fine. I have 3 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4 total. Should I do one more? No, I think I'm gonna leave it like that. Okay. I'm gonna also dump this leca back into here. Careful. There's actually some pretty good roots. I'm going to think about what I'm gonna do here. I think I might pot this into something else a little bit bigger now that we have more surface area, and the roots are pretty big now, so I need to probably upsize. So I'm just gonna find a vessel that I can use. Just kidding, I think I'm gonna just repot it back in the same thing. I'm gonna clean this out though. So I am taking advantage of the fact that this is an easygoing plant, and I'm just gonna shove it all back into the same little pot. So yeah, I'm just gonna grab all of the pieces. I'm gonna take off this bottom leaf to expose the node. And then I'm gonna do the same with the rest. And also to prevent root rot. The leaves kind of rot when they're submerged. I'm just gonna prevent that by ripping them off. And that looks pretty good. Just grab them all together like that. And then if you can see, I'm just gonna put them back. I put the little saucer in here. Take a couple, put them at the bottom. And then I'm just gonna stick these right on in. I started this as like a single node cutting. That's why I'm not concerned about it. I know it'll grow really fast. Tradescantia always tends to grow fast. I'm assuming this is Tradescantia. I'm not really sure. I think it's also called bridal veil, this particular one. It's like a deep purple, but it's always blooming, which is pretty cute. So I'm just filling it all the way to the top. Oh no, this one's coming out. Filling this to the brim, basically, with leca. And there we have it. I think this is gonna grow pretty nicely. I'll keep you guys updated. That was just like a little impromptu little propagation that I wanted to do. I was just looking at it and I'm like, it needs some work. So I also found use of this bowl. But yeah, I think it looks cute. I'm just gonna add like a half an inch of water, maybe an inch of water, I don't know, to the bottom. That's where it lives. See that little flower? And that's where my carry is after the repot. It's in soil now. And then what else did we do? Oh, this is new. This is a new Pingbicula to my collection. I think I showed you guys this earlier when I was showing you my... What's the matter? Girl? She's like, why are you home? Here's the sunrise that we repotted earlier. And the new Varieties. I need to clean my Millsville. Apologies for that. There's my Monstera Sierrana. There's the Woburgia / verticillata. The Fungi. Hard to get a good angle of that one. Oh, and here's the Gracilis. Hoya Gracilis that we repotted. My inner variegated Hoya, outer variegated. I'm loving this one. It's looking so much more full. Here's a dry section that I just removed. My obovata is looking so good in that white pot. I don't know if you can tell in this lighting, but there's the pink splash that I was telling you about. But yeah, I'm obsessed with this one. Look at the flowers. They survived the repot. I think that's it. Let me know if I'm missing anything, you guys. Yeah, I'm just really happy with the way they look. I need to do some reorganizing. This shelf is looking pretty full, but yeah, thanks for watching. Hold on, let me get the camera on me for a second. Thank you guys. Whoa, did you see that? I think the power just flickered for a second. As I was saying, thank you guys for watching. I totally couldn't use that footage because the audio was obviously messed up. But thanks for hanging out with me as I repotted some plants. I have a bunch more plant tours to do as always, but I think I'll save those for a later video. If there's anything else you'd like to see in the near future, let me know. I have a few video ideas coming up shortly, so stay tuned for that. And if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe and like this video. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!